Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside.
Welcome back to The Price of Business. I am your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. One of the things you want to do is be really on the go and on the know when it comes to you and your business, particularly in the growth department. Your business will not grow by itself. It requires a lot of work, a lot of cultivation, and to be the leaders in this industry in helping people grow a business is Baker Communications. Lin Fisher, I said Walter Rogers, but Lin Fisher, my good friend Lin, he's cued in for Walter. He's vice president there and particularly involved and heavily involved in the marketing of this fine organization. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing really well, thanks.
Great. What do you got lined up for us today?
Well, I'm very, very excited to have Jamie Grenney on the call with us today. And Jamie is the Vice President of Video and Social Media Strategy for Salesforce.com.
Oh, great.
And yeah, we're really, really pleased to have Jamie on board, especially because today is all about talking about video and social media. And if a picture was worth 1,000 words, what kind of impact does video have on the sales and marketing of your business? And so just a couple of quick stats here before we introduce Jamie to our audience here. Over 90% of all Internet traffic will be video within 5 years, which is absolutely amazing. Forrester reports that more than 70% of U.S. online audiences are watching video on the web. And to give you an example of how pervasive this is, in January of 2010, 32 billion online videos were viewed in the U.S. alone. So there's a dramatic push with video, and we're really excited to have Jamie Grenney here. Jamie, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me, Lynn.
You bet, you bet. So, Jamie, help us understand a little bit about what your role with Salesforce.com is about regarding video and social media strategy. And just get us introduced to what it is that you do for Salesforce.
Sure. So for those people who aren't familiar with Salesforce, we're an enterprise cloud computing company. So we have about 93,000 companies who use our applications for customer relationship management, collaboration, and development in the cloud. So big companies like Dell and Starbucks and Cisco, but all the way down to small businesses as well. My role at Salesforce, as you said, I'm the VP of Video and Social Media. So we see a big opportunity because there's a broad shift in Internet usage from sites like Google to sites like Facebook and YouTube. Mm-hmm. And we want to make sure that we have a strong presence there as a company.
Yeah, I'm reading a lot about the fact that now half of all searches are video-related. And over at the chat at priceofbusinesstv.com, which people are encouraged to be a part of, is, people are talking about, even their simple computer is being amped up to be able to produce videos for their small businesses. So videos are extremely hot.
Yeah, it's definitely a very, very powerful medium, and if you learn how to leverage the medium and really be effective at your message delivery, you can have a really high impact on your net revenues and your customer base. So, Jamie, maybe you can tell us a little bit about the strategy that Salesforce uses in these two areas. And I got to tell you that Salesforce has done a very, very strong job on using this medium, and they've really led the way in a lot of strategies on how to actually get the most out of your online video strategy. So, Jamie, what exactly is the strategy that Salesforce uses today?
Yeah, so you're absolutely right that video is very important to B2B marketers. As you mentioned, YouTube is the second largest search engine on the web, so as a company, we want to make sure that we have content turning up for our keywords there. So we've made a big investment, and I think that the second thing is that video allows us to deliver a clear and concise message that can be entertaining and really easy for people to share. So as marketers, we have an opportunity to capture our best spokespeople, our best customers, our best product demos, and package them up in such a way that they can be shared virally across an organization or out through an individual social network.
Very, very powerful stuff. And so how today are some of Salesforce customers using video and social media strategy, and where does that intersection happen between, a lot of companies are interested in becoming more proficient at social media. How does video tie into a company's social media strategy?
Well, video is a really important asset that people share via social media. So if you think about the types of things that people share on Facebook or Twitter, oftentimes it is video. So that's why it's important to be relevant to the conversation and provide videos that people can share. So that's where video comes into play with regards to social media.
Interesting. Let me ask you real quickly, what is it about the fact that video has grown so much in the last year in terms of importance? Obviously, technology and broadband and the speed so we can watch it and it doesn't look like an old slideshow. But what would you say are some other factors that are making it so hot?
Yeah, I think that you're definitely right with the fact that broadband has made it so that the video quality has gotten a lot better. There's a lot more content that's available on YouTube. Every minute, 35 hours of video are uploaded. So there's a huge amount of content. People know that if they want an answer to a question, chances are if they search YouTube, they're going to find that answer there. But I think that in addition to people watching video on their computer, we're starting to see mobile adoption. In the last, I guess it's been 3 years since the iPhone was introduced, I think Apple has sold 120 million mobile internet devices. And it's pretty staggering to think that just 3 years ago, video on the mobile phone or video on an iPad, it really didn't exist at all. So I think that it's proliferating beyond just the desktop to mobile devices. And then in the coming year, we'll probably see more and more of the internet-connected TVs. So people are watching their YouTube and Netflix and Hulu internet video, but on their couch.
Interesting.
Jamie, so maybe you can help our listeners. A lot of our listeners are actually small to medium and large-sized businesses. Many of those businesses are trying to figure out their social media strategy, and obviously how does video play into that. What would you say are some key pointers to give some folks about how to actually embark upon this strategy?
Well, I think that thinking about your video strategy, you're going to want to think about both your content as well as your distribution and your promotion. So there are definitely three legs to that stool. If you are a small business or just getting started out with video, I would think about the one video that you want to put front and center on your homepage. What is the top-level message that you want to get across to your audience? And invest in that video. At Salesforce, we have over 2,000 videos in our catalog now, but the top 10 definitely deliver the lion's share of our views. So start with those top-level messages and kind of work your way down the messaging pyramid. So I think that would be a good place for people to start.
Outstanding. And for people that are actually working to build this content library, what about actually the quality of the video? I mean, is it required that there has to be high definition video out there, or can it be webcam? What's the break point line on that?
I think that when you put a video together, it certainly is a reflection of your brand. And if you're thinking about a video that you hope that will reach thousands or tens of thousands or maybe even hundreds of thousands of people, it does make sense to invest in making sure that it is high quality. You can record stuff with a webcam, and sometimes those types of videos do take off. But if you're a business thinking about creating video, I would suggest investing in the quality. So to create a good video, oftentimes it starts with writing a script, a really tight script, so that you need to get your message across in a 2 to 3 minute time period. The average video view online is 2 minutes, so you don't want to go much beyond that. And so your content has to be really, really tight and well thought out. A good video oftentimes has layers too. So you've got the script, you've got animations potentially, you might have background music. All of those things come into play in terms of creating a great video.
Yeah, and I think what's interesting about great video, as you're describing it, is that it's not as much the quality of the resolution necessarily, because there is still a little bit of forgiveness, if you will, with what's played online, because people will still want speed. And so it's pretty amazing what you can do without spending a huge amount of money.
Definitely so. Well, I think that one place that the cost has really been driven down is on the distribution side. Anybody can set up a free YouTube channel, and you can upload video there. You can upload it in standard definition or high definition, and you really have the same power as a small business as large networks have in terms of getting your message out and getting it out in a high-quality way.
Hey, just real quick, Jamie, I know we're coming to the close of our segment here pretty soon, but one statistic that stands out to me is that at least 50% of viewers take action after seeing a website video. That's a really, really powerful call to action. What is it that makes a video create action in the viewer, and why is it so high? That 50% statistic is high to me, and that's actually good news.
So I think that when you create a video, one great tactic is to try to answer a question that people have. So one of our most successful videos is a video called What is Cloud Computing? And over the last 2 years, it's been viewed more than 400,000 times and really been instrumental in educating educating the market in our core value proposition. So in terms of taking action, the most common action that somebody will probably take after watching a video, they might forward that video onto a friend, which is a great way of spreading your message. But they might also just go up to the Google toolbar and type in your URL and go to your site. But I think, once again, it comes down to the content, being able to deliver that message in a clear and concise fashion so that people understand your core value proposition and are willing to take action.
Yeah, we are about to wrap up. Is there a particular part of the Salesforce.com page you want to point people's attention to there, Jamie?
Well, I think that a great place for people to go would be to youtube.com/Salesforce, so you can see some examples of videos. As I said, we have over 2,000 videos on all sorts of things, from product demos to event video to industry best practices. We have hundreds and hundreds of best practices where people can learn about sales, marketing, support, developing in the cloud, all of that type of stuff.
Yeah, I do want to mention, of course, Baker Communications and their profound role that they have every single week in this program, giving us the best and really in the whole sales, customer relation arena, and even in marketing, which is what we were focusing on today. Lin, thanks so much for your time today.
Kevin, we always appreciate it. Thanks so much, Jamie, for joining us, and look forward to talking to you again, Kevin.
Yep, I do too. All right, you can catch them every Wednesday, and you can see why Walter and Lin come through with great content, great information, and keeping you, the audience, informed of the best practices and really some of the latest things going on when it comes to helping to build client relationships. Do want to mention great conversation at priceofbusinesstv.com. Great tutorial, in fact, on how entrepreneurs can build their video content from the very beginning, complementing a lot of what was going on in our conversation. I love that chat over there at priceofbusinesstv.com. So a prop to the folks over there. When we come back, a lot more for you right here on Talk 650, powered by CBS Radio.